Hello guys, my nickname is Angry and what is going on? There is new episode of Taboo, so let's break it down. This one was particularly filled with a lot of individual scenes, some of which I managed to unite into one idea, better to say a storyline. So, for sake of this review I will try to keep things simple. This time I will be talking about 4 major storylines which were in episode. So, number 4. Mr. Chichester is going to make East India suffer. We get to know that he was in fact a slave, and that's the reason that he is doing his work so carefully. In matter of fact, it seems that he knows everything, even things that he isn't supposed to know. That makes me feel that he has more sources than only ship records. I think that he managed to get a witness, probably member of the so-called skeleton crew. He somehow persuaded him to speak about the event, and thanks to that, he knows everything what happened. He also tried to contact James in his office, who at that time had other business. Therefore, I am really interested in what is going to happen next with this storyline. So now number 3, the Gunpoder storyline. So, chemistry guy used the French method to create gunpowder more quickly, and that means constant stir for him and his co-workers. They have done a pretty good job with it. I was personally hoping that there will be some problem and something will go wrong, but it actually didn't. So, with gunpowder ready, the transaction could happen. I really like the idea of creating a disease as a camouflage for illegal business, but giving it a second thought, it killed 6 people, so no, don't do that. Those victims, however, gave perfect opportunity for the transaction to go unseen, and quick thinking of James Delaney Jr. was helpful as well. But it wouldn't be a TV show if everything was going great for protagonist, so we see the betrayer. I told ya guys, East India managed to find James's factory, so we had to move it to another place, unknown to us right now. He was capable of doing this thanks to his spy in East India, who basically revealed himself to his enemies, and by all means he is going to die in next 2 episodes. At least that's what I think, based on the fact that he didn't know anything about the plans that East India has. That brings me to number 2. East India declared war upon James. You might think that it means nothing, because for James the war began when he set foot on English ground, but it wasn't the same for East India until now. They destroyed his ship, and we know that they are a company that has more manpower and fortune than kingdoms. They already managed to defeat more powerful men than James, so with the war started, they won't go easy on him, and therefore he will seek help, probably in Americans. Maybe not literally seek, but he will get some help. More about that in a minute. Number 1. Family man. We started the episode with James thinking about his mother. Then he went to the facility where she was kept, and he also visited her grave. Again. I am not quite sure what he was doing in the lake, whether he was simply having a bath or whether he was doing some magical things, but I am really exhausted of that fact that show doesn't want us to know how his powers work, so I am not willing to speak about these small things anymore. But moving forward, his mother's spirit tried to drown him for whatever reason, as she tried even before when he was a child. So, this whole mess was enough confusing already, but no, show gives us another thing. So, Zilpha seems that she lost all of her sense. She killed her husband and with smile on her face went to James's house. She told him what she did and he promised to set everything right. And he did. Cholera took care of everything in this episode, literally. So now we have siblings with magical powers inside them that are making them both crazy. I love the show, but I'm not big fan of this side of it. Right now, mainly because James killed Winter in his crazy state of mind, because he seeks a new ship. Why didn't he buy another one like before? I'm not quite sure why he didn't do it again, but I think that he will get help from Americans, who seems to start cooperating with him a lot more lately, because there was no spy nor assassin in this episode, so that means that everything is going to go well, right? And this brings me to end of this review. I thank you so much for watching. I know the information you have been given wasn't perfect or anything, my English isn't perfect, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want, you can subscribe so you don't miss any content of mine, or you can watch some of my other Taboo videos so you are sure that I am worthy of your subscription. I thank you once again for watching. See ya!